Good morning, guys. As you can see, I just woke up. Well, not really. I've been up on and off since like 4 a.m. I even debated on just going ahead and getting up at 4 and was like, no, just lay here. So then I kind of like went back and forth in between sleep for a little bit. So I'm up drinking my coffee. I'm doing some work on the computer before I get my day started with clients. I have some big news ahead to share with everyone. I'm just slowly letting my clients know what's going on right now, and I will get you guys an update on that later. As far as prep, like I said, and past Instagram stories, I have hit my goal weight. I'm just maintaining at this point and just kind of trying to coast along. Today, I am going to be doing a full day of eating for you guys. Again, let me preface this. I wanted to just get a new full day of eating for you guys because that's highly requested, especially on my Instagram. So I'm going to get a full day of eating today, 1 week out from my show. So here we go. Again, let me just say that I am doing this for health purposes because my blood sugar was out of control and I couldn't figure out what was going on or what particular thing was causing it to spike. And when I removed the carbohydrates from my nutritional program, everything leveled out. So I do a keto style diet. Technically on keto, your fats are supposed to be much higher than than your protein. But my fats and my protein are kind of about the same. I probably have a little bit higher fat than I do protein. I stopped tracking my macros because I was becoming super obsessed with it. So I know that I have probably a little bit higher fat than I do protein. Maybe some days I have a little bit higher protein than I do fats. But anyway, I wanted to get just kind of trying to coast along. Today, I am going to be doing a full day of eating for you guys. Again, let me preface this. Like I said, and past Instagram stories, I have hit my goal weight. I'm just maintaining at this point and slowly letting my clients know what's going on right now. And I will get you guys an update on that later. As far as prep, I'm doing some work on the computer before I get my day started with clients. I have some big news ahead to share with everyone. I'm just going ahead and getting up at 4 and was like, no, just lay here. So then I kind of like went back and forth in between sleep for a little bit. So I'm up drinking my coffee. Good morning, guys. As you can see, I just woke up. Well, not really. I've been up on and off since like 4 a.m. I even debated on just probably a little bit higher fat than I do protein. Maybe some days I have a little bit higher protein than I do fats. But anyway, I wanted to get I probably have a little bit higher fat than I do protein. I stopped tracking my macros because I was becoming super obsessed with it. So I know that I have to be much higher than than your protein. But my fats and my protein are kind of about the same. Everything leveled out. So I do a keto style diet. Technically on keto, your fats are supposed to, and I couldn't figure out what was going on or what particular thing was causing it to spike. And when I removed the carbohydrates from my nutritional program, again, let me just say that I am doing this for health purposes because my blood sugar was out of control. Eating today, 1 week out from my show. So here we go. I wanted to just get a new full day of eating for you guys because that's highly requested, especially on my Instagram. So I'm going to get a full day of. Hey guys, look at this sexy hair this morning. So once again, I'm making my morning coffee. I've already put in a scoop of my collagen protein powder, and I'm about to do my tablespoon of MCT oil. So we'll get that in. I'll get it to brewing. I like a big cup of coffee in the morning. I was drinking so much coffee, but I've cut back a lot. I have 2 cups of these every day. My first cup is just plain with just a little bit of stevia and some creamer in it. My second cup, which is this one, is the one that actually has the collagen and the MCT oil in it. So that is what I do with my morning coffee. Okay, so I've got the coffee in there. I like to use nut pods, the unsweetened kind. It's pretty good as creamer. It's got 1 gram of fat, 0 carbs, 0 protein, 0 added sugar, all that kind of stuff, 0 fiber. So I don't really measure it out. I just do a little to taste, and that's pretty much it. I've been getting a lot of questions about this little thing that I use. So I found this on Amazon, and I saw it in a video, and I just started searching up utensils. And this is the Zule Kitchen, and it's just a little blender. You can use this for more than just coffee, but I just use it for my coffee. And I like to get it a little bit frothy. And there we go. So I'm going to start drinking on this while I make my first breakfast. And yes, I said first breakfast. So here's what I do. I make a breakfast. I get ready for my day. I make a second breakfast. So I have a larger meal in the morning, spaced not very far apart. And then I go on about my day, and I have my third meal technically, or second meal, however you want to consider it, a little bit later in the day, usually around 2 or 3, and you'll see that whenever I get to it. So I've got my small pan heating. Here is what I like to do for my first meal. I like to use a little bit of coconut oil. So this is not normal coconut oil that I use. I only use this when I'm cooking. If I'm drizzling it on top of a food or putting it in my coffee, then I use one out of a glass jar. But for cooking, I use this one because I use it every day, and coconut oil can get expensive. So 1 tablespoon of coconut oil goes into the pan. And for some reason, I always thought that coconut oil had a low cooking temperature, but it actually has a high cooking temperature, much higher than olive oil. So you see all these people cooking with olive oil. Really, you should be cooking with coconut oil, because olive oil burns fairly easily, and coconut oil can stand some heat on it. So tablespoon of that. Leave that out. 2 eggs, some turkey bacon, some cheese, and 1/2 of an avocado. And I'll show you the final product here in a minute. Alright guys, so I videoed my first meal. I'm about to video my second meal. My second meal is always a protein pancake. I like savory in the morning, and I like sweet. So I had my first meal about an hour ago. I'm also going to prepare my lunch and show it for you guys as well. That way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. An hour ago, I'm also going to prepare my lunch and show it for you guys as well. That way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Second meal is always a protein pancake. I like savory in the morning, and I like sweet. So I had my first meal alright guys, so I videoed my first meal. I'm about to video my second meal. Okay guys, so I'm getting ready to make my protein pancake. So what I'm going to do is have a 1/3 cup of egg whites. If I can get this open. So I have a 1/3 cup of egg whites here. I've learned to really enjoy coconut milk. I also use canned coconut milk in a lot of recipes and things like that. But for this one, I'm gonna use the Silk unsweetened coconut milk, and I'm only gonna use a tablespoon. It just kind of gives it a little bit of some extra fluffiness. So you don't need a lot. I have also got, for the base of it, so I purchased Quest multi-purpose mix. I also have some Quest protein powder over there. You can use protein powder, but I like to flavor this on my own right now. So I only use a tablespoon of Quest protein mix as well, which is about, I think a serving size is 1 scoop, which is 28 grams. I've measured this out. It's about 12 grams. So almost half a scoop. And then I do a tablespoon of cocoa powder, a heaping tablespoon. Some liquid stevia. For those of you that don't know, packets of stevia usually have carbohydrates in them. So because of the way that they have to make it to make the powder, liquid stevia is pure zero, no carbohydrates, no nothing. So I do like 1, 2, 3 squirts of that. I also, in my cabinet, have the sweet drops. This is expensive, but you don't need a lot of it. So this is chocolate, so I do 1. I'm gonna do 2 today. I'm gonna do 2 pulls on the vial of that. And that's it. I'm gonna blend it up and cook it, and I'll show you the toppings that I put on it. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm going to use coconut oil again. So a tablespoon of coconut oil to cook this with. While that is cooking, let me just say this. I do change up the way that I cook my protein pancakes. I don't always use the Quest multi-purpose mix. I have coconut flour, I have almond flour. Sometimes I'll add nuts to it depending on what it is I want to do or how I want it to taste. But this is just the standard way that I make it in the morning. Usually on the weekends, I'll have a little bit more flexibility, and I'll like be really fancy with it and make everything that I need to make like look better, taste better. I'll try different recipes, things like that. Right now I'm going to go over the toppings. So I'm going to do 2 squirts of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of nutso. This is a new peanut butter that I found. I thought I would give it a try. It was pretty expensive, but I had seen it online and thought about ordering it on Amazon and just decided to pick it up because I saw it at Kroger. I'm going to do less than a tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate chips, and then just a couple of coconut flakes. And I gotta make sure this is not burning because it looks like it is. Almost done. Doesn't take very long to cook at all. And the reason that I use egg whites instead of whole eggs is because I like to add my fats to this. As you see, I cooked it in a tablespoon of coconut oil. Also, I am adding the peanut butter to it, all that kind of stuff. So, anyway, so that's what we're going to do next. What did I do with my tablespoon? Well, I already washed it off and put it up. So, like I said, I like to do 2 tablespoons of nut butter. I'm going to use any nut butter. I will tell you, there is a Kroger brand that is literally just peanuts and salt. I just finished a tub of it the other day, but I like to try different peanut butters. So I have Richard's Crazy Peanut Butter. I have another thing of Nutso that's a different kind. I have Smucker's Crunchy. I like crunchy peanut butter. The Nutso has, let me tell you, it's got like a variety of nuts in it. So this has cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flaxseed, chia seeds, hazelnuts, pumpkins, and sea salt. So like I said, I saw it. I had been looking at it on Amazon and just thought I would go ahead and give it a try. So that's what I'm doing. I go through peanut butter pretty quick because I do use a full serving size whenever I do it because I love peanut butter. Come on. Yeah, look at that. So, we'll just scrape this off. I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. No peanut butter left behind. Somebody should do ASMR on eating peanut butter. Also, this does have natural oils in it, which is just what dripped off on me. So they have it to where you actually store it upside down. So, 2 squirts. So, it's not a lot, as you can see. I don't measure this, but I know about how much I'm getting. I just, a little sprinkle, that's about it. You don't need a lot. And then unsweetened coconut flakes. I used to never like coconut, but I never really gave it a chance. Geez, can I even get this open? And I didn't really start using it more until I started keto, and I found out I really like it. Jeez, that's how impatient I get. So I just take about a small handful, which is about like that, sprinkle on top, and that's it. Look at that. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, I forgot to mention, I do put a little sugar-free syrup on top. I have Walden's Farms pancake syrup. I have some chocolate Hershey's sugar-free, which I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here today. Just a little. I also bought the Birch Bender's magic syrup. But I'm trying to use up the rest of my Kroger sugar-free syrup. And I don't use a whole lot of it. Like you just saw me squirt the chocolate syrup on here. It's just, boop. That's it. Probably about a tablespoon or even less than that. So let me show you again, now that I have all that on there. It's a pretty delicious meal. I'm going to let that cool, and while that's cooling, I'm going to make my lunch. So I've got already my half of an avocado in here. This is the half that I had this morning. I usually have about 1 avocado a day, and I also used to never like avocados until I started this. And I hated guacamole because it has cilantro and onions in it, and 3 of my foods that I hate are green onions, green peppers, sorry. Green peppers, onions, and cilantro. Cannot do it. But I like avocados plain and by themselves. Also have some pepper jack cheese wedges. Okay, I'm gonna throw 1 cheese wedge in here. And in here, I've got some pre-cooked venison. I got venison from my family in Alabama. My ex-brother-in-law and my sister owned a deer processing plant. So we have like freezer full of venison. So when I was home for Thanksgiving, I got some venison, I got some steak and some tenderloin. So that's what I have in here. So I cut them into strips. So I take about 3 strips, Here we go. And then I have some sirloin, venison, and that goes in there too. And then that's what I'll eat tomorrow. So I kind of know about what's gonna last me a week, and that's what I cook. So that is going to be my lunch, and I'll get better video of it once I mix it all together. I'll put some sweet and spicy mustard on top, but that's about 4 ounces of venison. That's a half of an avocado and a pepper jack cheese wedge, and that's what I'll have for my next meal. This is my chocolate keto pancake. Doesn't that look delicious? I had my 10 o'clock client cancel on me, so I'm gonna take a little bit of time here. My best friend's birthday is tomorrow, and I have her present, so I'm going to text her and see when she's going to be in work, because we work for the same place. So for those of you that don't know, I am a health and fitness coach for a place called Recovery Community, where I assist alcoholics and addicts in learning how to lead a healthy lifestyle, eat good food, work out, take care of themselves physically. She is the associate director for that. And then I also do my independent training, of course. So I'm pretty much a contractor, but I'm gonna see if she's around and take her gift. But I wanted to show you guys what this looks like. Wish I could figure out how to flip my phone around. Oh my God, so look, I actually have my O-ring light on, so I have good lighting for once. So I'm here in my studio. So big news this week. I am going to be leaving my studio behind come January 31st. January 31st, I'm going to start training out of a local gym in Goodlettsville, Tennessee for the time being. There are bigger things in the works for me, and I need to be patient with that. And for the time being, I need to move locations. All of my stuff will go into storage because it is going to come back out at some point. But there are much, much bigger things in the works, and I need to be patient with that and try to save some money too as well. So yeah, so I spoke with All Time Fitness in Goodlettsville. It's under new management. I talked to the manager this week. We worked out a deal. So I will be moving and training clients over there. All my stuff here will go in storage. I'm going to have a separate small location for working on suits. But yeah, so I'm excited and scared all at the same time, but I've talked to all of my clients. All of them have been super supportive and have no issue paying a membership. So I am just really excited and yet nervous for this new adventure. But yeah, so I have to be patient for the time being. Like I said, there's much bigger things in the works, and it's gonna take a little bit of time for me to get to where I want to be. So this is not a step backwards for me. It's actually a step in kind of a different path. So I am super grateful to have had this place for a year, to have it be self-sustainable and for me to make a living off of this. And I'm going to continue to do what I do and to help people, because that is my overall goal. If you know me personally, you know that I'm not about a dollar sign. I'm about helping people. And I truly believe that if your intentions are pure and good, that you will be taken care of, and I have been well taken care of. So big news, I'm about to train some shoulders. I'm gonna video that workout for you guys so I can get it on this Vlogmas, and we will go from there. Kitty and I are matching today, not on purpose. I actually just threw a sweater on her, and then as I was walking out, I was like, oh crap, I'm one of those, I did it, we matched. So anyway, I will check back in with you guys later. Look for my shoulder workout next. It's not gonna be anything fancy because with my hurt elbow, I can't do lots of bending movements. Actually, I can since it's gotten a little bit better, but I'm not going to do that because I want it to heal fully. So it's going to be lots of laterals, lots of front raises. I can do certain overhead presses, but only for a short range of motion. So I'll video that for you guys.